Hi, everybody, and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly forecast. My name is Terence. The week begins on Monday, April the 11th, with the moon in dynamic, extroverted Leo. Good sign to jumpstart to new work week with a lot of energy, especially as the moon in fiery Leo will be in harmony with fiery Aries. And when the sun and the moon are in harmony, overall, it's a comfortable day in fire signs, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy. However, around 6 p.m. Pacific time, from about 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific time, the moon will be in opposition or confrontation to Saturn. So the earlier in the day may be very energetic and dynamic, enthusiastic. But for that hour or two, when the moon hits Saturn, you may hit a roadblock. Maybe it's just you're tired from all the activity. Or if you're trying to have a conversation, you might be hitting a brick wall and you're not communicating well at all. On Tuesday, the 12th, powerful day, Jupiter is aligning with Neptune. Now, this is Neptune, it's expansiveness. Neptune is the vision and the dream. Jupiter-Neptune alignment can trigger a great deal of idealism and hopefulness. These two planets come together every 13 years. But last time it was in Aquarius. And so this year it's in Pisces. The last time it was in Pisces was 1856. Doesn't happen very often. Pisces itself is ruled by Neptune and co-ruled by Jupiter. So it is a powerfully idealistic, creative, hopeful time. But it's not just on the Tuesday, the 12th. It's pretty much the whole month when so many of us are inspired with empathy, with creativity, with music and the arts. Now, on the same day that Jupiter is with Neptune, which can sometimes cause people to go have too many inflated expectations. A little go over the top, get overly excited. The sun will be in harmony with Saturn. Saturn is realistic. Saturn is pragmatic. So having the sun favorable with Saturn, it's good to keep us grounded with the Jupiter-Neptune helping us to see a more hopeful future. And the moon that sets the public tone entered into sensible, practical Virgo at 7:07 a.m. Pacific time. So with the sun and Saturn and the moon in Virgo, most of our feet are firmly planted in reality. But with the Jupiter-Neptune, we can envision a better future. Wednesday, with that moon in Virgo, there's this consciousness that sets the public tone for getting the job done, being sensible, being practical, sticking to a routine. But around 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific time, the moon will be in harmony with innovative, eclectic Uranus. This could be where you're more open around that time to try new things without going over the top. Keeping, again, the Virgo is sensible. The Uranus is let's try something new and different. Thursday, with the moon in Virgo, continuing to get those workcasts done, the moon will then enter into Libra at 1:46 p.m. Pacific time. Virgo is more work-oriented in general. Libra is more sociable. Libra is where we want peace, we want diplomacy. Now, Mars has been in Aquarius for the past 6 weeks. Mars is that goal-oriented, driven, ambitious energy. It's a 2-year cycle. And when it was in Aquarius, it could be really focused on technology, which is Aquarius, the future, which is, working towards the future, Mars working, Aquarius, the future. But around 8 p.m. Pacific time, the moon goes into Pisces for about 6 weeks. Pisces is altruistic, it's empathetic, it's compassionate. So with the Mars in Pisces for the world, there might be more motivation and activity. That's the Mars for charity, for volunteering, for selfless service. On Friday, the moon continues in compromising, diplomatic, sociable Libra. Great for a Friday evening, for dinner, socializing with friends. Saturday will be the full moon in Libra. Now that'll peak at 11:56 a.m. Pacific time. When the moon is full, everything comes to a head. It's a time of culmination. Relationships can often be tested under a full moon. Anything that's been hidden will be more revealed during the full moon. It's certainly a very emotionally active time. Now, the moon will then, after it goes full, it will then turn void, of course, for a short time. When the moon is no longer making any aspects to other planets, the energy is kind of flat and unproductive. That's from 2:57 p.m. to 5:23 p.m. Pacific time. You don't want to start any kind of major new projects during those couple of hours. But at 5:23 p.m. Pacific time, the moon leaves sociable Libra and goes into Scorpio. Scorpio doesn't really care what other people think. Libra really wants everybody to be happy. That moon in Scorpio, there's also this emotional tendency to just want to be left alone, do its own thing, be more private. Where when the moon was in Libra, especially with the full moon, can be a very sociable time. On Sunday, as the moon continues in intense, passionate Scorpio, it's also a very important day because discerning communication Mercury will be in harmony with sociable creative Venus. Mercury to Venus could be during the day very favorable for connecting with friends and loved ones, can be favorable for creative writing, but also Mercury on the same day that it's so favorable with creative, charming, sociable Venus, great day for entertaining, a little romance, going to a party. The Mercury will also align with Uranus. Once a year this happens. Uranus is innovative. Mercury, Uranus, you might be more open to technology, reinventing the wheel, original thinking. There might be, since Mercury can rule news and information, aligned with Uranus, you might be getting some exciting information, some exciting news that is not, now it could go either way, except the news, Mercury, will also be in harmony with pleasure-seeking Venus. So you could be coming up with some original ideas, getting really excited about it. You could be hearing all kinds of good news from friends, and it's could be very stimulating. So it's a really good day. So before I sign off, I want to remind you I'm available for a 1-question offer for a nominal fee. To order it, just go to the homepage, astrologyanswers.com, and look for the tab that says Advisors. Click on it, scroll down until you find my name, follow the instructions. I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, be safe and well.